Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 Zielonka Real Survival. We are back to continue our survival here on Zielonka. Um, we need to ramp things up a bit here. I'm thinking we need to speed up things a little bit because I want to get to these new crops and everything, right? So we have this field that we did a whole bunch of stuff to in the previous episode, and it is ready for seeding. So we need fertilizer and stuff like that. But what I'm gonna do first is go ahead and throw the seed down, I think. And yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put wheat down. Let me just adjust the volume in my head. Oh my goodness. Alright, so what we're going to do is be seeding wheat. Wheat is going to be our best option for right now, because it is fetching a better price than barley. Also, we can use that wheat to feed our chickens. I mean, you can do the same with the barley, but yep, go ahead and pick that up. There we go. Alright. You can do the same thing with the barley, but the wheat sells for a better price, and we are going to need to be selling some of that wheat. So, let's head on over here to the store. We're going to need to buy some seed. So, if we go into the store, we'll go ahead and go with big bags, just because I like using big bags. What's the capacity on this thing? I don't think we're going to use more than one bag, so let's just go ahead and do that for now. And real quick, let me just adjust that, even though I'm probably not going to use it. Now, do I need to open this thing first? Is this really not going to work? Oh, there we go. Okay, we got it open. Now we can refill. Alright, yeah, see, this thing only took 85 liters. So that's not good. So we are going to leave it to wheat. And we'll get over here and start working this field. Alright, let's see how this thing handles this compared to the other implements. So I think right about here should be good. And we'll go ahead and turn it on. Maybe. Oh no, you don't have to turn this on. You just drop it. Drop it like it's hot. And we are underway with our seeding. We got to get this done today because it is the last day that we can actually seed this wheat. So, even though this may take a little while, we should knock it out pretty quick. This thing, it's not struggling as bad as the other ones, but see, now it's doing it. And it's only right there in that spot. That's kind of weird. So I don't think I'm going to worry about headlands on this. I think I'm just going to go back and forth with it because it's, you know, pretty straightforward, right? Pretty straightforward. This tractor turns pretty well. Alright, now it's going to be a matter of getting it lined up again for the next pass back. It definitely seems to struggle a little bit in some spots, but I think we're going to be okay for the most part. This shouldn't be too bad. It is using the seed pretty quick, though. That is a little bit concerning. We're already down to 50% basically here. Alright, so I think at this point we're just going to throw this into a little bit of a time lapse and get this field knocked out, and then we'll move on to the next thing. There is the last little bit of seating. I'm going to go down this edge just a little bit because I think there's a smidge that was missed. So just to be on the safe side and make sure we got this whole field seeded, we're just going to finish going down this edge right here. And there we go. Seeding is done for this field. Now, I did realize that I did something. I did something that was not very realistic. Let's get over here and park real quick. So when I bought the seed, I should have purchased the single bags and loaded them that way. That would have been the realistic thing to do, but I ended up going with the big bag and just pulling up next to it, and yeah. That's not very realistic. So that's an uh-oh on my part, and let's see if that's going to stay upright. Beautiful. It did stay upright. Next up, we are going to need to spread some lime and fertilizer. And hopefully this doesn't take quite as long as that did. That took quite a while. We'll go ahead and get that connected. Alright, just a PTO. Alright. I'll get that lifted up, and we're going to head over here to the store. And actually, what I could do... No, because I think that's going to unload it into that... Yeah, I think it's going to unload it into that wagon. If I had a little flatbed trailer, that would be a little bit better. But you can see we still have some seed left over here. That's fine. We'll come and pick that up in a little bit. We have no way to get that, actually. But if we go into big bags, and then we go to... See, we have, like, this stuff right here. But I don't know if our seeder would work with these, because this is the way that I wanted to go. But unfortunately, I think it's only for seeders that have been modified to only receive these items. I could be wrong on that. Grass bag. Okay. Let's see. Interactive bags. We'll get into the interactive bags later on. And we have these big bags. And what else do we have? We have these right here. We have seeds and fertilizer. We need lime. We need lime. I don't know what that is. Salitrus. Oh, that's Polish fertilizers. We need lime. Okay, so it does not look like we have the option to go with that unless there's some in this pallet area. We got beets and grain, blah blah blah, mineral food, all that stuff. Seeds, mineral feed. Aha! Yes, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Lime right here. So I don't know how much this is gonna take. So we're probably gonna want to purchase quite a bit. So that's 210. Now we could buy these in pallet form, right? We could buy these in pallet form, and you could pull up next to this and just hit your typical R to refill, right? Because you could simulate that you're cutting open each individual bag on the pallet and dumping it in. We don't need 8. I think maybe 4 pallets. I don't know how much this is gonna take. So if we go into our field, I don't know if I have the field calculator in. We have the work plan, loan system, lease farmland. Does not look like I have the field calculator installed. That's unfortunate. Okay. So we're just gonna go with let's start with 2 pallets and see how far that gets us. So let's scroll all the way back down to here. Let's go with that. Let's go with 2 pallets and see how far that gets us on this. Now we're also gonna need some fertilizer. Now fertilizer we could probably get away with doing singular bags and save a little bit of money. These are 50 liter each. So if I did 10 bags, that'll give me 500 liters for 900 euros. Let's go ahead and buy those. Okay, there we go. Now, let's start with our lime and get this spread out onto the field. So again, we're simulating that we're pulling up next to this, and we are... Oh no, did I get a... I got a spreader that does not do lime. I got a spreader that does not do lime. You gotta be kidding me. This only does fertilizer. How did I not realize that when I was purchasing all of this equipment? So that does fertilizer. The Kubota does both, but those are super duper expensive. I mean, that one's not too bad. But I think it might be a little overkill for our tractor. Now we could go with, well, we can't even go with that. Alright, maybe we are not liming this season. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and load up our fertilizer. We'll go ahead and shut that down, and actually... lower that down so we can actually get into it. So we'll take our bag. There we go. And we'll load these up each individually. This is what I should have done with the seed, but I totally forgot. Alright, so that fills that up, and I don't think we're actually going to use all of this, to be honest. I don't know, we might. It does say that the pH level is in bad condition and all that stuff, so I mean, I don't know, maybe we will end up using it all. It's unfortunate that this does not take lime, so I'll have to look into a suitable replacement for, a cheap price. You know what I mean? So I don't know how big this spread is. I don't think it's going to be that wide, to be honest. So maybe we start like right here. Yeah, that's actually not a bad, it's not a bad starting point. So it is actually using it at a fair rate, but of course, you know, the levels are pretty bad on this field. So now the good thing about precision farming is there's no waste on product. Like if your field needs it, it's gonna take it. If not, it's not gonna take it. So unlike, you know, without precision farming, it just, you could just constantly dump fertilizer on the field and you're just wasting money. Now fertilizer is super expensive. So we definitely wouldn't want that to happen. So luckily with this we can, you know, save a little bit on our fertilizer. Now I keep running into that field over there. Luckily there's no crops on it, so we don't have to worry about it causing us any issues as far as penalties for actually destroying crop. See if we can get a third full pass on this. It's going down pretty quick. We may be able to get a fourth, actually. No, I think a fourth pass would be pushing it. But we will go ahead and just empty out the entire thing. Yeah, we definitely wouldn't be able to get a fourth pass. Looks like we're barely going to be able to get this. 2, 1, just barely did not have enough to finish that third full pass. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this finished up real quick. And, see where we're at after that. Also, real quick, another thing that I did realize that I did when I purchased that seed is I did not come over here, nor did I do it for the lime and the fertilizer. So, yeah, we're going to actually do this the right way this time, and I may have been better off just buying an entire pallet of the fertilizer, but I think I'll buy another 5 bags. Yeah, I think 5 should be good. And we'll go ahead and top this off. Hopefully that'll be enough to top this off. I do like stuff like this, though, like this hands-on stuff. I wish there was definitely more of this in Farm Sim. That would be nice. You know, stuff like this should have been base game anyways, to be honest with you. Like, you know, little stuff like this, little bags of stuff to manually fill your implements and whatnot. I need to get that engine mod installed so it stops telling me to start the engine, because something's wrong with my wheel and it keeps sensing that I'm trying to move. So it just keeps flashing that warning up on the screen saying, hey, start your engine first, Dodo. With that engine mod, it gets rid of those warnings. So I have it in all of my other saves. I have it in, I believe I have it in Bali Springs, and I have it also in my personal saves, which I am playing on Galgenberg 4X. As well as Alma, Missouri. And yeah, I don't know if those will ever see the light of YouTube. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I take them over to Twitch and I live stream them. I don't know. Last time I tried live streaming Farm Sim, it didn't go very well, so I don't know if I will be live streaming this Farm Sim stuff a whole lot. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe occasionally. I'm hoping this is going to be enough to finish up this field. Now, we do have those other bags still over there at the store. Now, we need to buy this field right here so we don't have to worry about this anymore, running into it like that. Now, we do have crop destruction on, so we do have to still be careful with that even when we do own this field. So at the time of this recording, I have recorded an American Truck Simulator episode that is not related to the roleplay series, which you guys seem to be enjoying the roleplay series of American Truck Simulator, so that's a good thing. And I wanted to do something a little bit different with that. So, but yes, I have another American Truck Simulator kind of mini-series that's going to be coming out, and that video may actually come out tomorrow at the time of recording this video, so you may actually see that video on a Friday. With the new Winterland map. Not really a map, it's really just a little bitty side town kind of thing that SCS has made just for the Christmas event, which I do every year, and I usually live stream that. So I don't know if I'm going to be live streaming that this year, so I think what I'm going to do with that is just do a mini series here on the old tuber and just upload it here, completing that Christmas event. You know, the whole live streaming thing, I don't know if or when I'll be going back to live streaming. I shouldn't say if, because I think at some point I will. But I think for the most part, I'm just going to focus on content here for a while. Maybe throw in the occasional live stream here and there. So it looks like we just did not have enough to get that done. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this finished and see you when I'm done. And here we go. The last little bit of fertilizing right there has been completed. Alright, beautiful. We have 20 liters of fertilizer left. We're just going to go ahead and leave it in the spreader since that's all this thing can use anyways, which again is unfortunate. But I don't know how I didn't realize that whenever I was purchasing this, or maybe I did and commented on it and just don't remember. I don't know. I've recorded a ton of videos since the last time I uploaded one of these, and yeah, so we'll get this parked up. And we don't need to worry about herbicide or anything like that. So in the meantime, in between the stuff growing, right, there's not much we're going to be able to do. And there we go. Really, the only thing that we're going to be able to do is going to be doing contracts to make some more money, because we need to get to the point to where we can start purchasing, or at least leasing maybe, the equipment to do carrots, parsnips, and red beets, because that's the whole purpose of this map, and that's the whole purpose of this series, is to get to those particular crops and experience them. I have done a couple of jobs just here and there doing, I think I did carrots or something, or parsnips or something at one point for a contract, and yeah, made some pretty good money off of that. But yeah, I want to do it on my own field, and we need to get to the point to where we can actually start purchasing some surrounding fields and then start turning this area into the animal pens, because I think I may do a little focus on pigs in this series. Maybe pigs and chickens and cows. Maybe. I do believe I have the enhanced animal system, so we can do goats and stuff like that. I don't know, we may just do a little smorgasbord of everything for that. So the nitrogen, you can see, is looking good on this field. It is perfect. The pH value, however, is bad because we do not have a lime spreader, which is unfortunate. I don't understand why that is even a thing, because realistically, these spreaders, you can run granulated stuff in these spreaders. Like, you know, when I worked on the golf course, we used one spreader for everything that was granulated. So fertilizer. We had some stuff for mole crickets. We had pesticides and stuff like that we would spread in a granulated form, all in the same spreader. So that's unfortunate that this one does not accept lime. Limitations of the farm sim game. Well, it's not really a limitation. It's just a limitation of this mod. This mod was not given the ability to do lime. But anyways, I am rambling at this point, guys. That is going to do it for this episode. We got our field ready to grow. And I don't know if the next episode will be doing contracts or if I'll just do that on my own time, but we'll see when that time comes. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Feel free to comment down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.